Hey everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about sensations today. In movement class, we were building sensitivity through somatic practice and various drills to open up the body and be able to witness sensation. But I felt like there was something missing from the discussion. Which is something that I've dealt with before. Because if we just continue to build sensitivity, then that kind of takes us in a direction of just more suffering. So, at least for me, when I've practiced meditation in the past and I'm only just observing sensations, well, that's half of the process. The other half is remaining equanimous with sensations. So not just observing them, but understanding them. I think it's easy to get lost in sensation, especially in today's society, in today's day and age. And it's always been this way, but even more so today, where things can seem unclear in the body. But yeah, I don't think observing sensation is enough. The other half of it is understanding sensation. So what do we mean by that? It's like, well, what is the truth of sensation? What is happening? What is sensation? I think all these questions are important to ask. And because if we don't dig into the truth of sensation, like I was saying before, we can just become sensitive and cling even more tightly to pleasant sensations and avert ourselves even more. Just run away from unpleasant sensations even more. So I think when it comes to understanding sensations, what's important first and foremost is the understanding that sensations are neutral. All sensations are neutral. And that it's actually the mind and perception that gives meaning to sensation and ascribes it as either pleasant or unpleasant. But before that process arises, there's actually just neutral sensations. So I think that's an important understanding of sensation when we begin to observe it, and not just observe, but really understand. I think another important part of understanding sensations is recognizing their characteristics for what they are, which is their impermanence, that they're always coming and going, that they arise and that they pass away. Even the most gross sensations, even the most seemingly solid sensations will eventually pass, so long as we understand their nature clearly and we understand the process of what it means to observe and understand sensations. So first is, again, their neutrality. Second is their impermanence, their ability to arise and pass. Third would be their non-localized characteristic. So no single sensation can we ascribe ourselves or the word me to, or the word I. So when it comes to understanding sensations, witnessing and understanding, not just believing this, but realizing that sensations are not who we are. And the observer of the sensations, the witness of sensations, is also not who we are. And so really, I think this is kind of what was missing for me in today's class, and kind of the direction that I'm always trying to go in, which is understanding the truth of what's actually happening. So yeah, I think it's still important to build sensitivity and to become sensitive. But during that process, understanding what's actually happening. Are we just attaching ourselves more and more to observing sensation such that it's causing more suffering, or is it actually uprooting suffering at the root of things? Because as we build sensitivity, it can help with letting go of tension, letting go of tightness, letting go of contraction, which is all part of, which all creates suffering. And so, I think from my perspective, once those initial layers of tension have been released, that there's still more to be done after that. That's really the bare minimum of, I think, the potential of how we can live, and what's available to us, and in terms of our experience is, the bare minimum being letting go of these tensions that we're holding on to by becoming more sensitive. And at the same time, I think those sensations or those patterns that create tension will keep arising if we're not understanding the root of things and understanding sensation at its depth. So I hope this helped with your own path of building sensation, of really understanding it deeply and diving into that, because I think that's worth the pursuit. All right, cheers.